Hi everybody, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair. Looking at my newest, what's going to be addition to my collection, a Homelite 290, and I was trying to match up a bar and chain to it. I have a ton of bars for these models, for the 250, 300, CS40, CS50 series. They're all in 325 pitch, which got more common as time went on to be used on these, but this saw was set up for 3/8, and I wanted to use one of these nice new bars, so I need to change the sprocket out. But on these things, they're a solo design, and they also are designed where when the clutch is disengaged, the oil pump's disengaged. So I've got to change out the actuator gear for the oil pump at the same time. I've already had this apart, so it's going to be easy, but obviously you need to block your piston, get the clutch off. But be careful as you start pulling parts out. There are a set of washers in here. This one is a steel washer that's right behind the clutch, but then there are a couple of sealing washers that are some sort of fiber or leather that go inside with the clutch drum bearing. Now this one's had some water intrusion and there's some rust in there, but let me finish getting this apart. So you've got your sprocket, and you can see those tangs right here are what index into that oil pump gear. So a 7-tooth sprocket on one of these things is going to be the 3/8. 3/8 low profile. I should be clear about that. So I'm pretty sure that that's what it was, but now I'm questioning myself. I'm going to have to go back and look on that. I'm not honestly sure. But anyway, there's another one of these sealing washers. It just looks like a rusty piece of leather, which may not be a bad description given what is coming off here. But then this pump gear, the drive gear, just comes right off. You can see that right there is your oil pump. There's yet another steel washer. That one I'm going to go ahead and leave in place. But just be careful you don't lose all this stuff. Now, I had a Homelite 54, which is the international version of the 340 that I put a 3/8 pitch setup on, so I've got this old 325 setup laying around. So basically all you've got to do is have the right gear. Now that lines up perfectly, and that is welded in place, so I've just got to make sure I get some proper washers in here. So that slips on the shaft, index it in, we're good. Excuse me, just getting over a little bit of a cold here. I'm sure the kids drug home something beautiful from school. It happens all too often. Now this one had a few extra things on it, like that little guy that looks homemade. I'm not going to put that in initially, and I'll see. I may have a little bit of work I've got to do here. That one still has. Oh, check that out. My bearing lost a couple needles out of the cage. Looks like they're both still here, so I'll snap them back. Maybe. Snap them back into place, but that's something you sure as hell want to watch out for. Can't tell, it must have come out from the inside. That's cute. Yeah, so that just snaps back into place. Obviously you don't want to be rough with these and score them up. You have defeated the purpose of having a bearing. Okay, get my other seal here. Let's see if I can get that to go in. Alright, in theory, that's all we need. And of course that didn't stay in place. Ah, they never do. I can't say that I'm horribly impressed with some of the design features on these solo-made saws, but who knows, maybe if I ran one for a while, I would change my mind. Just from a working on it point of view, there's a lot of stuff that just seems like detail that was added for the sake of engineering and not as much functionality as maybe I'm used to. But again, that could just be my Homelite bias. And this little seal doesn't want to stay in place anymore. I've looked for these and it doesn't seem like they're out there. So either shops didn't stock them or I'm not sure what, but I'm saying you really don't want to lose the damn things. In theory, that's enough. Really all I'm looking for is when I spin this clutch on and it's down snug that it's not dragging on the drum. And I have not achieved that, so there was something in this mess that I missed. But anyway, I'll go back through that, not on your time. That's the difference. Make sure you've got the right drive gear for that oil pump behind your sprocket and you'll be good to go.